The best way to cook pork is Korean Bugolgi style. Why? Because it has two of the best flavors, spicy and sweet. Super saucy, wrapped in a green lettuce, eaten with hot rice. Is there anything better than that? No. Well, according to my taste buds. In this video, I am making Korean spicy, sweet, saucy bulgogi. Now let's get this started. With some fresh pork with a little skin on and some fat. I don't want the loin with only the meat, and I'm also gonna get, I think I'm gonna get a pork shoulder with some fat on it because pork leg is the best. I'm also gonna get some lettuce. And we're back. Now we're preparing the ingredients. Step number 1, tie up your hair. Step number 2, get an apron. And step number 3, you start preparing the ingredients. I got the pork shoulder with some fat on it and also pork hips with skin and fat on it. I know you're gonna say traditionally Korean pork bulgogis go for pork belly, but I want more meat on my pork, so I chose the ones with beefier option. Make sure to wash the pork very thoroughly. Next, we cut them. I like my pork bulgogi a little bit like striped instead of just cubes, so I'm going to thinly slice them into like this much pieces. Fat and the meat together, but you don't want to like separate the fat later and the meat, but you want to cut it together with the fat and the meat. So the pork is done. And we're gonna set this aside and prepare to marinate it. Prepare the other herbs, onions, and garlic. Koreans like lots and lots of garlic, so I'm using 7 of them. You can mince them with a knife if you want, but I'm lazy, so I'm using a shredder. Shredder with the tiniest grits. It makes your life so much easier. Ginger. About this much. Grind them. Onions gonna be pretty simple. I got these 2 and I'm just gonna peel them whole without dicing or cutting them in half. I'm gonna make onion rings out of them, so your dishes looks, prettier, fancier. You can maybe add more money of that just by cutting your onions in rings, but quite thick rings. Oh my god, my eyes. Whew, they're spicy. This is what it looks so far. And now time to season them. The main ingredient of this, how this pork gonna taste Korean, is definitely gochujang. Because of this much pork, I'm gonna get about 1 giant tablespoon. Get that in there. Don't let any of the sauce go to waste. And then adding gochugaru, Korean hot pepper flakes. This is mainly for the color because this one's not really that spicy, so I'm going to add about 2.5 teaspoons because in this household we never measure, we just eyeball them. This is how Asian cooking is, you eyeball them. Gochugaru is not that spicy, so I'm going to add a little bit of like Burmese spicy chili powder. I'm going to add only like 1 to 2 teaspoons of it. That's gonna get that spicy kick. To get this taste Korean, you definitely have to use Korean soy sauce. And I'm gonna add about 1 tablespoon. Maybe a little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah, I think that should do it. To get that spicy sweetness, sugar. And then followed up by the classic seasoning, salt, some chicken powder, and a little bit of, just a tiny bit of MSG. Of course, you can't forget the black pepper. I'm using the brand Yamayane. No, it's not sponsored. I just think this smells so nice. A little bit of it in there. Now you mix. Ooh, it's got that nice red color. If you feel like it's missing a little bit of that signature red color, just add a little bit of gochugaru. And let that marinate in the fridge for about an hour or two. In the meantime, we're preparing the vegetables. I'm adding a little bit of a carrot, green onions, and also these leftover Chinese cabbage. And my parents love them, I love them. I think it's good to include them in this. And oh, of course, you can't forget the lettuce. Carrots. Flying carrots. For like the big thick ones, I'm gonna cut them into half. Lettuce. Wow! So I'm gonna see you back in 1 hour.
2 hours later.
Time to cook my pork. I want to get fancy, so I'm using a clay pan that you can use it just a normal pan, whatever. Turn it on, add a little bit of oil. Now add in the pork. Gonna rinse the plate a little bit to get all of that sauce and just pour it over. I'm going to cover that and let it cook for a bit.
A few moments later.
Alright, so I think it's gonna be a little bit cooked. Alright, it's looking good. I turned down the heat. For now, we're going to add a little bit more seasoning, sweetness of the honey. I only add a little bit of sugar earlier, so I'm gonna change that with a little bit of honey. This much. What that's gonna do is gonna add the natural sweetness of the honey, and it's also going to like shine the pork and make the pork look very shiny and nice. Look at all that nice thick sauce. And we're going to add the little vegetable we made earlier. I'm being very careful because the pan is a bit overcrowded. I'm going to cover it for a bit and let the vegetable steam and get a little bit soft. Oof, wow, look at that. Oh, smells so nice. And look how thick that sauce is. As a finishing touch, I like to add a little bit of sesame oil. You can add this while you marinate, but this is just my way. Mix it up a bit, and then the final touch, green onion. Now let's bring this over to the table to garnish it. Oh, hot. And voila! Oof. Smells so nice. And this is the garnish, just to make it look good. A little bit of sesame seeds. So already have our bouquet of washed lettuces, and now we're gonna start eating. Yay! Oof, look at all that sauce. We're gonna eat this alone first. Oh my god. All of that soft Korean gochujang sauce and the soy sauce, spicy but still has that sweetness of the honey, and it also smells so nice from the sesame oil. Oh, that's so good. I'm gonna eat this with the lettuce. A little of that carrots, drizzle a little bit of sauce. Delicious, spicy sweetness. It's best eaten with this freshly cooked rice. Oh, get a little bit of the vegetables and the pork, also the sauce. If it gets too heated in your mouth, just add a little bit of the lettuce. Or instantly cool you down. While I was cooking this, I gave a piece of it over to my dad for food tasting, and he said, "Home." And he told me to leave the rest of it just for him. I mean, who could resist this aromatic, juicy, tender pork just for him? So I'm eating it now. So good. And hence, this is how I make a Korean pork bulgogi. It is both my dad and my cameraman approved pork. And when I say this, I might be bragging, but it is as good as the restaurant quality. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this video makes you hungry and you make this yourself at home. Making yourself at home is quite easy. And also comment down below if you want to watch me make videos of Burmese food in the future. Please subscribe before you leave and hit the notification bell. I'm going to finish off this video by cleaning up the mess I made in the other room. So tune in again next time for more videos.